Welcome, everyone. I'm Ulrike Bargi-Dalia, the Senior Director, Digital Economy, Technology and Innovation here at the Canadian Chamber of Commerce. So over the course of the pandemic, we have had the opportunity to speak with numerous government officials, business leaders, and also industry experts on how Canada and Canadian businesses are responding to COVID-19. And today I would like to introduce you to Franços Gratton, who is the Executive Vice President and Group President at Telus and Chair of Telus Health. So François leads the teams responsible for some of Telus' most innovative portfolios, and with his extensive experience in developing agile new business areas, François is committed to driving growth in exciting new technology sectors such as Telus Health, the Internet of Things, and agriculture technology. And I must say, François, welcome, first of all, and secondly, these are indeed incredibly exciting sectors. So as the pandemic took hold in Canada in March, nearly everyone moved online in an instant, and digital technology connected millions of families, friends, colleagues, and clients, and as they were confined to their homes. Thinking about this a little further, for me, this raises the question, this must have put an enormous amount of pressure on network infrastructures, and I am curious to learn from you. How did Telus do it?
Well, thank you, and great to be here. I've worked in IT for more than 20 years now, and I've never anticipated living through such a radically transformative time. The crisis has hit Canadian businesses hard in so many ways, and almost overnight, the way we used to live and work changed drastically. Companies across Canada needed to revisit their operating model to a more virtual one. And as you can imagine, and per your question, our network has had to respond to dramatically increased demand since Monday, March 16th. At the peak of the pandemic, overall phone traffic increased by at least 50% nationwide. The use of data increased by 40%, and the number of video calls increased by almost 500%. That's huge. It's the equivalent of network traffic we usually see during the Super Bowl, but now every single day for the past 6 months. And that was very demanding on our teams. Our engineers, technicians, network specialists, and customer care agents worked around the clock for days and weeks in very difficult conditions to ensure that our customers could continue to run their own operations. And throughout all of this, our network is continuing to perform incredibly well. And your question may be why? Well, there's nothing magical about it. Since 2000, we've invested almost $200 billion in network technology, infrastructure, and operations, while others diversified into sports content and entertainment. And as a result, all networks are not equal here in Canada or built with the same robustness and capacity. And Telus' network is now considered to be a global leader around the world. UK-based Open Signal announced on September 23rd that Telus is now the fastest network in the world. And other independent studies like Ookla, GD Power, PC Mag, Tutela have also repeatedly recognized Telus for having the fastest and most reliable network in Canada. Moreover, the power, speed, and stability of our networks help the productivity of Canadians. We saw a 170% increase in teleworking in Canada, resulting in an overall productivity increase of 25%. Very importantly, though, the switch to telework has had the opposite effect in Europe and the United States, where productivity has fallen by 8.2% and 7.2% respectively. It is the regulatory context that is allowing virtual network operators who ride on other providers' network for free that has been pointed out as one of the source of the problem. And I think this puts the emphasis on the need to continuously invest in the quality of our infrastructure here in Canada, and for our governments to encourage competition based on such investments. I think this is how we're going to be helping Canadians and Canadian businesses to access the best digital tools to accelerate our recovery now and in the future.
Well, thanks for sharing all the data and statistics. That's incredibly commendable and impressive, Francois, and also innovative in so many ways. And speaking of innovation, over the years, Telus always has had a view to innovative solutions. And over the pandemic and throughout the pandemic, and with the pandemic in particular, I would think that organizations had to think outside of the box at all times. So I'd be curious to hear if you can bring forward a few of Telus examples, and I'm sure you have many. Thank you.
Well, COVID has changed the way we work and live. And what business leaders should look for are opportunities to capitalize on the new way of doing things, what we call now the new normal. There are great efficiencies to be gained indeed as people reorganize how they work, purchase, or even entertain themselves. This does represent a challenge for every organization, I do admit, but when we gather as a team, new ideas do emerge. And I'll give you a few examples at Telus. I'll start with virtual care. Over the past decade, Telus invested over $3 billion to pioneer the transformation of healthcare in Canada. And in the very first few weeks of the pandemic, we significantly extended the reach of our virtual healthcare solutions. These solutions enable one-on-one video consultations with healthcare professionals across the country. And we've got 3 platforms. First, Babylon by TELUS Health, which is available for free to consumers and covered through their provincial medical plans. The second is Akira by TELUS Health, that allows employers to take care of the health, mental health, and safety of their own employees while reducing absenteeism, boosting productivity, and improving employee retention. And the third one is we deployed virtual visits functionality integrated into our electronic medical records within a week of the outbreak, allowing 28,000 healthcare professionals to have video consultations with their patients at any time of the day. These 3 platforms do make us unique and the clear leader in Canada, where before COVID, 5 million Canadians did not have access to a family doctor. We're now enabling at TELUS over 34 million Canadians to have access to virtual healthcare. And above all, that is helping to alleviate the burden on our public systems by 1, keeping people safe, allowing them to stay home, adding virtual triage capabilities to focus on the most urgent matters, and third, allowing a more proactive healthcare and mental health management. And I'll give you 2 other quick examples. Another example is we launched our nationwide Stand with Owners campaign to help businesses recover across the country. This campaign encourages Canadians to tag their favorite local business on social media, and in turn, they will receive a $25 gift card from TELUS to use at the business they tagged. And the last example would be on customer service. Given COVID, we had to provide safe alternatives, self-install options for our home products, and we facilitated virtual installations. And now, over 440,000 virtual visits have been conducted so far, and our team shares great pride in being the first Canadian telco to offer virtual installations as part of our response to the health crisis.
Well, thank you once again. This is an impressive overview, Francois, with so many amazing examples, and undoubtedly broadband and technology are key and critical and core as well to long-term recovery. And could you perhaps explain this a little further and expand on it? And again, I look forward to all your examples. They're really fascinating.
Absolutely. As strategic enablers, we help companies to seize digital transformation opportunities. And it starts by providing them the tools and resources they need, not only to recover, but also to sustain their long-term competitiveness and prosperity. To this point, advanced broadband connectivity, including fiber and 5G, are the cornerstone of Canada's innovation and economic recovery, in my opinion. As you know, we've launched 5G now across Canada, and we're planning to deploy it in 50 communities across the country by the end of the year. Thanks to its ultimate speed, capacity, and ultra-low latency, we'll be able to leverage new technologies not accessible today. Technologies that will help enhance productivity, efficiency, and safety. I'll give you again a few examples. First, in the industrial sector, imagine the impact of such capabilities on a company's cost structure. Imagine hyper-intelligent robots able to communicate with each other instantly from hundreds of kilometers away. Imagine the task they can accomplish while your employees, women and men, capable of creativity and emotion, can focus on growing your business. In the healthcare sector, imagine a doctor in Toronto performing surgery in Yellowknife by remotely controlling a robot. We're also studying the impact of bioconnectivity using devices that measure vital signs. Algorithms will be able to analyze thousands of patients in real time and identify those in need of urgent medical attention and send help immediately. In the agriculture sector, another example, 5G will power the smart farming of tomorrow. And thanks to its huge capabilities, 5G will help improve the access, quality, and safety of our food. Farmers will benefit from connected equipment such as drones or autonomous tractors to help ease their workloads, along with sensors that will provide priceless information on weather, crop health, soil quality, and fertilizer needs. And I could go on and on and on. I cover all industry sectors, and we will have great examples like these ones. In line with this, the Information and Communications Technology Council forecasts that 5G will boost the Canadian economy by $26 billion and contribute to create over 82,000 jobs by 2030. You know, technology it's really changed our world, but now with 5G, it's about to reimagine it again. New opportunities are right around the corner, and businesses will need to harness them to succeed in the post-COVID era.
Well, François, you pointed out so many interesting technological opportunities. I mean, almost I would like to say the sky's the limit, because, and this raises the question, where do you start and what should be prioritized? I would like to hear your thoughts on that.
So much to do, indeed. You know, recovery from economic disruption and adjusting to more long-lasting changes in social and business practices will indeed dominate investment decisions and reshape priorities over the next 5 years. These priorities should encompass a number of digital transformations, such as adapting to new digital customers' expectations, life cycles, and habits, providing enhanced customer experience through next-gen technologies such as AI, VR, and AR, providing enhanced collaborative tools to employees to increase their own productivity and engagement, and enhancing the digital value chain in order to increase agility and resilience. But above technology, I sincerely believe one of our main priorities should be to develop a higher purpose and drive meaningful change in our society. And technology will help us in achieving a better, safer, and more sustainable world. As an example, at Telus, we've made it our mission to create better health and better food outcomes. This being said, where do we start? I believe it starts by defining your vision and goals. What do you want your organization to look like in 1, 2, or 5 years from now? Then assess your infrastructure, security assets, tools, talents, data. Lead the change in every sector, not only IT. Put ownership on the table, prepare a strong action plan, and socialize it with the team. Indeed, digital transformation can only be successful if employees across the entire organization are fully engaged. But to achieve this, organizations will have to deal with overcoming a lot of challenges, and we can help. Give us a call. We have more than 1,000 digital transformation advisors and experts. That's what we do. The road to digital transformation will not always be simple, but Telus has committed to invest over $40 billion over the next 3 years in network, technology, and operations to enable thousands of companies across Canada to achieve greater success in this new normal. And without a shadow of a doubt, the pandemic has brought profound human tragedies in Canada. Nevertheless, COVID also brought to light the need to rethink our business models. And with IT, We have the power to accelerate innovation, the power to provide safer communities, the power to help people of all ages learn and grow, the power to enhance productivity and competitiveness, the power to drive meaningful change in people's lives. But above all, together, we can power Canada's future for good.
Well, Francois, this brings us unfortunately to the end of today's conversation. I must say, unfortunately, there's so much energy and so much to share. I greatly enjoyed it. Thank you so much for sharing your insights and knowledge and expertise and all the fascinating data and developments. And we hope you'll enjoy the rest of the AGM and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.